Welcome back to the HeckyFish channel with more mysterious and fascinating explorations. Today, I'll be talking about the reality TV mogul behind Pawn Stars and uncovering the story behind the scenes. They dominated reality TV for over 10 years. But now, the dark secrets hidden behind the counter at the pawn shop are slowly being revealed. This family business, built on deep knowledge of gold and silver history, has recently faced a wave of controversy, scandal, lawsuits, and family betrayal, threatening to destroy or at least permanently tarnish their legacy. As a result of these events, Rick's empire has been pushed to the brink of collapse and is now facing the risk of extinction. Starting from a modest pawn shop, it has grown into an empire that brought fame to its owners, but also came with greed and legal problems. But where did their story begin? It all revolves around an empire behind a pawn shop based on trading in gold and silver. Founder Richard "Old Man" Harrison, aged 77, quickly won public favor with his firm personality and extensive experience, becoming the undisputed leader of the business. However, his death in 2018 marked a major turning point for both the family and the business. Rick Harrison, the driving force behind the television success, understood from the beginning that pawning was about more than just quick sales. With this basic understanding, Rick built the pawn shop from scratch alongside his father. Although initially struggling to make profits, he didn't give up, continuously expanding his knowledge and gradually establishing himself as a reliable figure in the industry. However, the real turning point came in 2009 with the launch of the show Pawn Stars on the History Channel. The show followed Rick, his father, son Corey, and friend Austin Chumlee Russell as they encountered strange and sometimes priceless items brought into the shop, from rare comic books to artifacts believed to be from ancient Egypt. No day at the pawn shop was ever the same. This unpredictability made the experience exciting and engaging. While fans loved the banter between Rick, his father, and Chumlee's innocent yet humorous personality, however, behind the show's success and fame were some uncomfortable situations. According to USA Today, Rick is facing serious legal battles with his mother, Joan Harrison, who accuses him of manipulating family assets and taking advantage of her condition. After waking from a coma to gain control of the pawn shop, this legal battle not only threatens Rick's net worth, but also the future of the entire business. In an interview with the Las Vegas Review-Journal, Rick denied these allegations as false, claiming his 80-year-old mother is being manipulated by third parties for personal gain. However, this is not the only issue affecting the family business. According to the Daily Mail, the gold and silver pawn and jewelry shop earned only $37.0 in 2020 due to the aftermath of the COVID pandemic. The financial downturn led to additional legal troubles when Rick's mother filed for a preliminary injunction to prevent the sale of family assets. Joan claimed Rick had stopped sending money from Richard's share in the business, which originally amounted to $225,000 annually. Rick commented on the situation. Depression often comes with constant anger. Therefore, Joan sought to restore the financial contributions through court and also requested an injunction against Rick's actions, which could reduce her stake in the family business. Additionally, it was reported that Joan suffers from multiple health issues and requires 24/7 care, costing up to $100,000 per month in the U.S. Rick was shocked to learn about the injunction request via news reports, rather than directly from Joan. After the incident, Rick tried contacting his mother for months without success, making it difficult for him to negotiate better terms for both parties. But Rick is not the only family member facing legal issues. Chumlee got into a fight in Hollywood in 2012, captured on camera. Although Chumlee insisted he acted in self-defense, when a man threatened him with a gun, the incident was not prosecuted. However, in 2016, Chumlee ended up in jail after being arrested on suspicion of 20 felonies, including weapon possession, causing another scandal within the family business. The arrest followed a police raid on his home investigating assault allegations. Although Chumlee was not charged with any crimes, police spokesperson Larry Hedfield said part of the investigation was driven by a recent complaint from a woman and authorities were doing everything possible to uncover the truth. An Associated Press News report citing Clark County jail records showed Chumlee faced 19 charges of illegal possession of weapons and 1 charge of possession of a weapon. The sexual assault allegations were eventually dropped, but what police found at his home meant Chumlee couldn't escape punishment. Chumlee faced a new nightmare because of what was discovered during the raid, threatened with severe consequences. Chumlee ultimately accepted a plea deal to avoid prison time. He pleaded guilty to illegally possessing a weapon and 1 misdemeanor count of possession of a machine press. He was walking on thin ice, but not alone. Corey, Rick's son, Big Hoss Harrison, also had his own adventures. Corey was well known for his ambition to one day take over the business, but he faced a difficult time when reports emerged of wild behavior. During a motorcycle tour stop in Jefferson City, Corey was involved in an embarrassing incident at the Spectator's bar following what witnesses described as a week of excessive drinking. Corey shocked customers by urinating in public and throwing a bar stool, resulting in him being ejected from the establishment. The incident attracted negative attention, although Corey later expressed regret for his actions and issued a public apology. While he tried his best to clean up his reputation using his charm, more trouble was still waiting for him. Another scandal rocked the show's credibility. Although Rick, Chumlee, and Corey were the stars of Pawn Stars, the show heavily relied on experts to authenticate the rare and valuable items sold. These experts became celebrities in their own right, providing detailed knowledge and historical background on everything they encountered. From ancient coins to rare autographs, however, some of these experts caused controversies that led fans to question their reliability. One such expert, Johnny Jimenez, known for his expertise in vintage toys, ran into legal trouble in 2015 after a domestic violence incident. According to TMZ, Johnny was caught on camera allegedly attacking his girlfriend outside a Las Vegas restaurant, significantly damaging his image. Johnny defended himself by claiming he was trying to help his intoxicated girlfriend move after a night of partying and drinking, but his reputation was already damaged. Another expert who drew criticism toward the show was John Resnikov, who specialized in authenticating autographs. He made a costly mistake in 2011 when he misidentified a signature. On a Godfather script, Resnikov claimed the signature belonged to actor Al Pacino, but it was later revealed to belong to producer Al Ruddy. Although this mistake was relatively minor, it left viewers wondering whether the experts were truly as knowledgeable as they appeared, and whether they had made similar mistakes in the past. That went unnoticed, but that pales in comparison to the 2015 scandal. The biggest scandal involving Pawn Stars experts occurred in 2015 when Drew Max, a sports memorabilia expert, was charged with fraud in New Jersey. He authenticated fake sports memorabilia that was then auctioned off. The deceived buyers filed lawsuits accusing Max of exploiting his television fame to elevate his status in the memorabilia world and ultimately defrauding them. The scandal severely damaged the show's reputation, as fans began questioning how many other items presented on the show had been misrepresented. As these scandals mounted, Pawn Stars began to shift from its original concept. Initially, the show combined history and entertainment, with Rick and his team educating viewers on the historical significance of items brought into the store. The show's appeal lay in its unpredictability. One day, a customer might bring in a rare military artifact, and the next day a strange modern collectible. But over time, the show began to feel scripted. There were rumors that sellers featured on the show were pre-selected and the item's values predetermined, stripping away the spontaneity that originally attracted viewers. The cast's arguments, once genuine and often entertaining, started feeling forced as the focus shifted toward family drama instead of the unique items brought into the shop. And the fans noticed this shift toward staged drama made the show less authentic. Fans who originally tuned in to learn about history found themselves watching something more akin to a garden variety reality show rather than a series about visiting a pawn shop. Even the characters themselves began to feel like caricatures. Rick, the stern businessman, Corey, the ambitious but often absent-minded son, and Chumlee, the funny guy with ongoing legal troubles. Each character's on-screen persona increasingly felt disjointed, as if the family feuds, legal troubles, and Chumlee's scandals weren't enough. The pawn shop owners also faced challenges in expanding their business. Rick tried leveraging the show's success by opening PA Plaza, a retail center near the pawn shop featuring several restaurants and shops. However, the project failed as several businesses went bankrupt due to lack of customers. The owners complained that Rick did not provide adequate marketing support. They relied on the pawn shop owners' fame to attract customers, but Rick never actually showed up. Many shop owners accused Rick of not doing enough to promote the area, leading to several business failures and a string of lawsuits. While these battles were unfolding, meanwhile, one former employee spoke out about another scandal. The dismissal of Olivia Black for posing nudes sparked another controversy that shook the pawn shop bosses. Olivia Black, a former employee, joined the shop in 2012. Olivia quickly gained popularity thanks to her bold fashion style and daring personality. However, shortly after joining the show, Olivia was fired without explanation. Fans were outraged and tried to discover the reason behind her disappearance. Later, information surfaced revealing that her dismissal was related to nude photos she had taken before joining the show, which were leaked online. The decision caused controversy, with many fans criticizing the show's producers for what they saw as an unfair and sexist reaction. Although fired from the show, Olivia Black maintained a strong fan base. She continued her career in the pawn industry outside of television, pursuing modeling and adult entertainment work. Olivia sued, claiming her dismissal was wrongful, but ultimately the case was dismissed, and she focused on her modeling career. As media attention shifted away from Olivia's case, another scandal arose, this time involving the mystery of stolen coins. At the time, the cast was no stranger to legal confrontations, and in 2014, they once again found themselves at the center of a legal battle. This time, it involved accusations of displaying a stolen collection of rare coins. According to ABC News, in a criminal complaint filed with the district court, the robbed man alleged that his granddaughter, Jennifer Beckman, stole his expensive coin collection in 2013 and later sold it to a jewelry and pawn shop called Gold and Silver. Walters stated that the total amount received from the sale of the items the woman brought to Gold and Silver was $2,300, but neighbors claimed the actual value of his collection was nearly $50,000. When Walters realized his coins were missing, he immediately reported his granddaughter to authorities. But when police contacted Gold and Silver, the coins were already gone. The spokesperson continued to deny Walters' claim of the $50,000 value, asserting that none of the Pawn Stars cast did anything wrong or illegal in purchasing the coins. Despite this, the show maintained a large audience, even as it shifted toward scripted content and family drama. However, by season 21, the initial allure had faded and viewership declined significantly. With ongoing legal troubles, internal family conflicts, and scandals surrounding the cast, Pawn Stars began losing its authenticity. Rick, the shrewd businessman, turned his efforts toward other areas, including real estate and other projects. As for the future of the pawn shop, although no official cancellation announcement was made, the show had become a shadow of its former self. The stars faced challenges both personally and professionally, and the show's once dominant presence on the History Channel was gone. Amid all the scandals, a rumor began circulating online that Corey was facing a life sentence for past misconduct. However, Rick clarified the matter, stating that all claims were false and fabricated. Goodbye and join the conversation. Provide your thoughts and enhance our diverse community. Prepare for an amazing ride as we explore the world's best offerings together. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. See you in the next video.